ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Now, this is one that's special because I heard her
I'm
testimony
ready.
earlier. So this is special. This is a testament to what you do, Lene. So this is special. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. So when this beautiful queen came to the platform, she's just so sweet. She's so light. She's just so refreshing. And every single time she came on there, she came with encouragement. She came with her story. She came with strength. That's the main thing I seen in her was her strength to have strength. That's what I loved. And I loved her just her advocacy just to be able to speak up. Like, look, I have a story. This is what it is. And this is what I'm doing right now. Anything pet behind me is behind me. I am here right now. So, Tierrah, I'm so thankful for you. I'm so thankful for you. And I appreciate you, Queen. I do.
Thank you. You about to make me tear up.
Oh,
Oh man, you just described my poetry perfectly. That is it. Is my testimony of where I was, where I am now, and where I'm trying to go.
yes.
Poetry literally
Yes.
saved my life.
Well, tell us how it came to you. Tell us how it came to you.
So I was first introduced to poetry at a very young age, like you, 9 years old. My grandmother taught me how to write my first poem at 9. And I've just been, it just took off. When I was in school, I did a poetry contest. I was one of the finalists. They had writing prompts for us. It was called Write Upon Request back then. And I scored the highest score of a 6 out of 6. And I was one of the top 2% in the state of Florida to score a 6 on the Rights Upon Request. And I really started writing poetry when I was 16. And my mom took me to a poetry workshop. And then at the age of 17, that's when I first did my spoken word open mic for the first time. My grandma was there, the one who taught me to write poetry. My dad was there. My mom was there. And I was so scared because the host was like, "You're going to get up on the stage. I'm stopping the show so you can get up on this stage." And I was shaking like a baby deer. I was so scared. Like my legs were shaking. But when I got on the stage, something came over me. Like spirit just took over. And I've been in love with it ever since.
Oh, yes, I can feel it, all that. I can feel all that. And then sometimes it takes that push for somebody to be like, no, get up there. Get up there. Like, I don't want to. No, get up there. Get up there. So, yes, I'm so happy to
Yes.
hear that, Queen. So we can just get into it. I want to hear your first poem, Queen. Let them know what you got.
All right. So this poem is called Know Thyself. I am a queen. And it took me a long time to realize this because I suffered from low self-esteem. It was the roughest patch of years to me. I would get used, verbally abused, ostracized, criticized, and ridiculed. I felt like I had no one to talk to. Every night I cried. My feelings I would hide. I was so deep down in depression that no one knew that I was on the verge of committing suicide. I felt alone. And I thought to myself that maybe this world would be a much better place if I was gone. I was sick of it. I was sick of my life being constantly judged for not being little Miss Pretty and perfect. No life at all seemed much more worth it. But one day, God came before me and had this to say. It hurts me to a heart. It hurts me to my heart to see a child of mine suffering this way. And worse, you're thinking about throwing your life away. If nothing else, remember this. Nothing is more precious than your life, so cherish it. I thought about this, and I said, you know what, God? You're right. There's nothing more troubling than taking one's life. Once this was realized, God had placed an angel before me. And this angel didn't need any halo wings, just pen and paper to express my feelings. God gave me a savior, which was the gift of poetry. Poetry was a way for me to testify, to vent. It was a way for me to free myself from these darkest thoughts so that I can release myself from this self-resentment. No one should ever have to feel this way. So I have this to say. Ladies, know your worth. We come from royalty. It's in our DNA. We are worth more than diamonds, which is considered the hardest material known to man, but not as hard as breaking down the walls of barriers that have been put up by a girl who's been through more hell than she can withstand. Diamonds, a precious jewel that's measured by the 4 C's: carat, clarity, color, and cut. Yes, cut, like the slits on the wrist, which is something a girl might turn to when she's just about ready to give up. Self-inflicted pain, a reflection of the inflicted pain caused by her peers. Blood-stained tears are the only thing that she could think to do to soothe her tormented soul, because it feels like her life has been spun out of control. Diamond, graded as the hardest on a scale of 1 to 10, which is how we're graded time and time again, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the so-called ugliest and 10 being the most good-looking. You see me? Life was like one big beauty contest, like a shell covering a pearl, only seeing what's on the outside without giving the contents on the inside a chance to manifest. And a ruby, what a fine piece of jewelry, which is equivalent to how we can be looked at in the streets, like a piece of meat or an arm piece, taught to be seen and not speak. Well, I say enough is enough. It is time for us to come together, ladies, and step up. No longer will be seen as that thick slab of meat that's sitting there waiting to be eaten. We are women who are tired of being physically, mentally, and emotionally beaten. Let our stories be heard around the world. We are queens, girls. We are worth way more than any amount of diamonds, rubies, or pearls. We are children of God. We deserve nothing less but the best, and we demand respect. We are blessed, we are strong, and we are beautiful, and we are God's gift to this earth. And I'm telling you right now that there's nothing more remarkable than a woman who knows her worth. That's poem.
Hey. I don't
Speaking my
Did you
truth.
see what I wrote? I said dream big, just keep dreaming. I know you said you want to be featured. So let me ask you this, and now that Lene has opened that door for you, what next? What is the next big thing that you'd like to do?
I'm currently working on a book right now. I want to become a published poet. So all the poems that I've written, I'm gonna incorporate them in the book, and the title is going to be Poetry, Passion, and Purpose, because poetry is my passion, and then my purpose is for my words to be heard, resonate with souls, so people don't have to go down the same road I did. There is a way. Poetry was my lifeline. It saved my life, and maybe my story can save someone else's.
Oh, she almost makes me want to cry. Oh, yeah, I freaking love you. I do. You are such an inspiration. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't ever give up. And I'm so thankful for you. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. And we'll see you in a little bit for the second one, okay?
And I hope
Okay.
you